money, quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, Ole Green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss the death, and protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, and protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my hands down. Here lies young.
Troublesome to 96. You were shook with Reeves and all the legs. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't a damn this explosive Beast Coast. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. Two words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Go.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. On second down, here's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Rhino!
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make our score 14-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Second down, Cousins. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Line out! Black!
Third and long for Cousins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go. Line out!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Clay Matthews in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side. So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's third and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. First and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. tackle there by Clay Matthews.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. For Kirk Cousins, it's his first touchdown pass as a Minnesota Viking. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time you run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hurry up.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emerson Griffin in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's J.K. Scott now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Let's go. Yellow.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run again now with Darkwa. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins now. Open man is stealing. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll roll the dark one. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Orleans Darkwa, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hurry up.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Taken in at the 22. And now running right through him. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Cousins now on 2nd down. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Here we go.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to leave this for a running back. It's complete. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Lucky 50. Where's your heart?
Again, it's Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
That's fine. Yeah. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Come on.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On the run, Darkwa. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage, and they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time, but the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll make it third down. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Listen to me. 47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. I got one.
They go play action here on first down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Watch out. 2.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you.
From the red zone now, Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Carlson now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
That's fine. Yeah. Hurry up.
On second down, here's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now it's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
All right.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They start the drive with Cook. Oh, and this is going to wind up as safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, we get a safety. So it's preach, it's coach, it's thought about.
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 34. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Following the interception, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Cousins now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Hey. 180! Spurs. Wide.
Cousins on first down. The left side caught by Diggs. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ringo. He's a hard.
A toss to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Handoff comes to Cook. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Play fake. Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
We are going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Darkwan. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. Yep. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
319!
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, 4 down.
They go play action for Montgomery and now Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Another toe for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.